literally the only people that knew that we were making a feature film were me and Michael. A month before we premiered Retro Freaks 1 at the Texas Theater is when we told everyone, hey, guess what? You're in a feature film. We don't come from any money. We don't have any connections in the industry. Literally the only thing that we have is each other and the community that we've built around each other. So in 2013, so like 12 years ago, we met in film school. It was like, I saw that he was talented. I saw that he was taking it serious, and I was coming out of the Marines, so I was like, I'm taking this serious. I was super serious.
Dave and I come from a formal film education. We know how to make movies the right way. And, what they teach you in film school really is to make the movie on, in pre-production, on paper, so to speak, before you ever even see it rendered on the screen. So Retro Freaks is really kind of the exact opposite of that approach, but it's intentionally that way. I mean, there's really no other way to make these movies with the limitations that we have.
There's so many ideas that we have to tone down, or we just have to lose completely because we just know that's not within a $0 budget. We can't make movies the traditional way because to do that, you would need to be able to block out large periods of time. And we can't take that large period of time because we still need to make money by doing other things. And it forces you to write it kind of as you go. Like we come up with a general conversation of like, hey, this is gonna be the way. But at the end of the day, it's like we have to work 8 to 12 hours and then we have 3 hours to make the movie that day.
There are multiple sequences within the movie that if you just watch them, you would assume we spent multiple days shooting them. There are multiple sequences that are 5+ pages long that David and I, because of, location limitations, we had maybe just a 3, 4, 5 hour window to shoot 5, 6, 7 pages. And, of course we have to cut a few corners here or there, and we do have to make compromises in quality. But for the most part, I think everything plays pretty well, and it's taught us what's essential and what's not essential to make a scene work.
Inspiration behind Retro Freaks, or even the making of our first feature film, very much had to do with what we were doing with our short films. We were being successful in the film festival circuit. They were well received, we were winning awards, but at the end of the day, it was still not big enough. So we started to do things to kind of get a bigger audience. And the way we started doing that was we would meet up on my lunch break, go to Michael's house and open up Pokemon cards or open up action figures on a YouTube channel, hoping that we would lure in a different type of community to watch our short films. And that didn't really work at all, but it introduced us to the fact that so many of these collectors lived in Texas. So it was like, okay, well, they have the audience. And I said, all right, let's make a movie that will play to their audience. Because we knew when we were making Last Haul of My Life, which is the short film that really inspired Retro Freaks, I knew making that, we didn't have to wait for it to play at the film festival. I knew it was gonna immediately play on YouTube, and we were gonna get instant gratification to have more viewers watch what we've been creating. Through that, we met people that we actually liked hanging out with.
We're all forced to wear a lot of different hats, probably nobody more so than David. Dave here on set is acting as first AD, cast member, director, writer. I mean, honestly, the list goes on to a ridiculous degree, to the point where if we actually listed everybody's credits properly in the rolling credits of the film, it would look a little ridiculous. Dave here is one of the hardest working dudes I know. I mean, every time I call him or he calls me, he's usually in the middle of either, doing something for somebody else, doing something for a security company. I mean, he's constantly doing something.
One thing that is crazy about making these Retro Freaks movies is that the job that Michael is doing on post-production is literally the job of like teams of people. So teams and teams and teams of people. Like you'll have a team of colorists, you'll have a team of sound mixers. Somebody will do Foley, somebody will do ADR, someone will do the score, someone will do the sound effects. It's like, they're all different jobs, but this is literally one person doing every single piece. These movies wouldn't be possible without Michael's creativity in the post-production room. They wouldn't be possible because they wouldn't get finished. Half the story is getting told in post-production.
From the get-go, when I found out we're going to make a movie, I thought, these guys are going to have their cell phones out or, some Polaroid camera, but this guy's pulling out real equipment. I was like, what? Mind-blowing, mind-blowing.
The best thing about working on this project was getting to work with Dave and Mike again. We've known each other 12 years. We went to film and acting school together. So the stuff that we worked on back then and shortly after was like anything we could get our hands on or any idea that popped into our head, like small YouTube videos or whatever. So to go from that to our first feature film, now our second feature film, is just an amazing road that I'm really happy to be on with them.
Working with them has been amazing because Michael does the post work as well, and so I get to observe that process, which is very tedious. And I think the way that him and Dave just they complement each other really well.
Oh, yeah.
I always love working with I always love working with them. Even if one wasn't my husband and one wasn't like my brother, I would still love working with them.
They're great.
Right?
They're great.
It was awesome because I know pretty much everyone. From KD, I got to reunite with a few friends, and that was really sweet. And it's just cool because it's not like, it's friends and you can confide in one another. My favorite scene was the arcade scene because everyone was there, including you, Tiffany, and that was really lovely.
I really like it. It's always been a passion of mine to act and be in movies, so this is like a dream come true for me, and it's like my favorite thing in the world to do.
There's so many things that we're building up, so many ideas that we've had through Retro Freaks that are basically like 5 to 6 other movies. It's just right now, with our limitations, we can't make them. We're excited for the future because I think Retro Freaks 1 and 2 show that we can complete a feature film, we can do it efficiently, and we already have a strong community here in Dallas to do that with.
We've really demonstrated that we can make a movie the right way, and really the only hang-up is budget. That is it.
We're figuring out what we want to continue doing. So we're going to be making movies forever, no matter what. The scale of them is going to grow as people start realizing that we're not going to stop making them.
I mean, we're crazy enough to make movies with no money, so I don't really think there's anything else that can stop us.